and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. My name, of course, is Mark Alexander, your wonderful host. And guys, today we're making our own survival kit. Guys, off camera, I made a survival kit. Guys, there has been a little thought put into this, but I won't be surprised if there's a hole here, a hole there, maybe something I didn't think of, or something that I don't have available to me. If that comes up, I will mention that at the appropriate times. But guys, first thing that we have to look at, now I haven't chose a box that's any real different size than my Vitworld. I don't know how to say the name, maybe one of you do. But there's one thing that I didn't like about this case, and I didn't realized that I didn't like it until after, but I have it in this. So guys, I have here a bucket of water. So what I'm going to do with that bucket of water, I have inside of this case, I've taken everything out, foam, all the stuff, but I do have a dry piece of paper towel. Now, I don't know how, I imagine this will float, but I don't know how waterproof it is. So I want to check that. So what we're going to do, boom, just like it was, say, thrown out of a boat. So yes, it is floating. Now granted, it is empty as well. Let's push it down as if it has a lot on it, or maybe it's caught under something or something or other. Okay. So let's give it a few more seconds and okay. So let's see if this was waterproof enough, because there's not a rubber seal that I could quickly see. And no, we are wet. So if you have just plain old matches, if you have stuff that can't be wet, this is not the way to go. So, that being tested, guys, we're going to put it in there. Real, honest to God test. Boom, in there, fully loaded. And we'll hold it under too. Okay, cool. Floats right back up, no problem. So if any of my stuff is wet as we're going through, we'll know this does not work. But what this should do, this should be I bought this from the camping section at Walmart. It's a dry box. My stuff should be reasonably dry. Here, we'll quickly give it a shirt dry. There, it's shirt dry. So now, unless we somehow or another get it wet again, it should be however it is how it is. Let me quickly dry my hands off. Use the back of my shirt, because that part should be reasonably dry. They're not perfect, but they're fine for what we're doing. Guys, I'm going to put you looking down at the table so you can see as we get my equipment out. Alright guys, so opening up. Let us see. Oh, big fat farting fail. That is wet. So, the dry box at Walmart also is not dry. I might have overstuffed it. But guys, we have in here a piece of not tissue paper, a piece of paper towel. Now, once this is dry, we can use this for wounds. We can use this to clean ourselves. We can use it. This is fire starting material when it's not wet. But our Band-Aid. Now, our Band-Aid is unique. Our Band-Aid is a waterproof Band-Aid. So I don't have to worry about this particular item. Now, you stay in there for the time being. Now, my rag. I think a rag is endlessly useful. Guys, again, wounds. This is good if you want to clean your face off or clean your back door. Also too, you can use this if you're on somewhere sandy. You can lay this down, not get your butt wet or get your butt sandy. You could do an infinite amount of things with just one dish rag. Now we have the knife from the Vitworld kit. Guys, this is a good enough knife for the things that I would want to use it for. Flips right out. I have not worked on the edge at all, but this is a good knife. A few more things from that kit. Flashlight, which again you can focus or unfocus. Now I'll tell you, I put a good Duracell battery in this, so I don't have to worry about this battery corroding. Duracell says that they don't corrode, and I believe them. So the next thing is emergency blanket, again from that Vitworld kit. It's an emergency blanket, does emergency blanket things. I will put up again the dimensions of this, but I'm not going to unfurl this unless I'm in a real situation. So we have a combination. It's a whistle. It's got a button compass. I don't think it works all that well. This is a cheap item. It has a temperature gauge on it, and it also has a really small, if I can get it out here, it's got a really small magnifying glass. Now, I don't think this is going to be big enough and strong enough to get a fire, but it would be big enough that if I had, broken my glasses, say my glasses are shattered or lost for some reason, say I fell out of the boat and what survived was this kit and the things in it. My glasses may be at the bottom of the lake, so it would help me to be able to see. But you can hear, works real good. Sorry if you had headphones on, but I have paracord, and this is a significant amount of paracord. This is not ribbon. Ribbon is not durable. Not durable. Now, I get to this, and I do want to add something that one of you fine folks told me. They told me that I am supposed to use the paracord to fish with, and that 6 inches of line is my leader, not my line to my rig and everything. Thank you. Useful comments like that I will always welcome and be thankful for. And speaking of the fishing kit, we'll look at it next. Now, this is just a 6-compartment travel case, and it is wet, and so is my whistle. So I'm going to open it up and see if everything's wet. They're a little misty, but okay. Now, I've got probably 50 feet worth of line here. I've got bluegill hooks here, a couple of little jigs, weights, treble hooks, bigger hooks, and this needs work. I thought this up long ago, but it needs to be modified to be better. Always try to improve, because I am functional, not professional. The day I become professional, I hope somebody will humble me back into being functional. But next thing on our list is from that same Vitworld kit, the button compass that doesn't work very well. There is a whistle on this, and it does work. Now we have this paracord bracelet, which we can break down into just paracord to use, and we have the piece, a little fire steel on this that we can work with. But guys, this is a good item to have. Multi-use, multi-purpose. I have 5 cotton balls, all of which are dry. I have aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is endlessly useful as a container, or as you saw during the other video, I used it to cover my table so that I wouldn't burn it. But you could also signal with this. You know, this is bright enough that you could get somebody's attention from a far off distance with it. But there's a significant amount here, and we will use this for, in my kit, my thinking is I will use this to boil water if I need to. And a lighter, because why would you not have a lighter? Now, I do have one curiosity, and I'm going to take care of that curiosity right now. So, I need to answer, did I fill this too much, or is this box not waterproof? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my rag, and I'm going to wipe my box out really good. And I am going to close my box. And we're going to dump it back in the water. And we're going to hold it down just like before. Alright guys, so you can clearly see wet as can be on the outside. I'm going to wipe my hands dry. See, my rag's already useful. Okay, let's open it up and see if there's a puddle of water. Nope. It looks to be dry on the inside. We'll take our cotton ball and look. Nope, she's dry. We're good. Like, here, I'll give you a true example. You stay there. My paper towel's almost dry. Let me just show you how dry it is. This is not moved out of your sight the entire time. We'll just burn one of these now. And look. Lights right up, not a problem. With the sun, you just have to see it going black, but it lit up, not an issue. Alright, so let's do some practical stuff. So we're going to take a couple of cotton balls and my survival wrist bracelet, and we're going to see if we can get a little fire started on our table here. Now, one of these cotton balls I'm going to fluff like crazy. Look at that, real good and fluffy. The other one I'm going to leave alone. I'm going to put that down, and I've kind of got some really small twigs. Guys, if your twigs are bigger than a matchstick, your twigs are too big. And this little house idea of mine's not working, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pile them all together and put them on top. Now, we're going to take our little steel, and now that I know how to use this, I can do this. And we're started. Well, I thought we were started. Oh, here we are. I guess I just didn't give it enough faith. But guys, you can see I've got a nice flame going, and that didn't take very long, and it wasn't very complicated. And I have more cotton balls left, not to mention when this dries, I can use it as well. But you'd have to real gentle like get that going. And this is enough flame to get it going and have a fire not only for signaling but also to boil water, to keep away animals. This is a multifunctional fire that you can do lots of things with. Guys, in my opinion, you should find water, get a fire, then shelter. I can live a long time on just water And if I have a fire, I can purify that water if I have a container. And a container can be anything. It can be a can. There's trash everywhere across the world. And you can see, I'm talking through this, my fire's still going. I have lots of time with this kind of setup. But today, I am going to show how I might use this. I'm going to throw this away because I don't want to actually boil the water just this time. I'm kind of in a residential situation, so I don't want to have a big fire and lots of things. You know, I can't clear everything away and get it safe. But you can see, still burning through this entire conversation. And it's nice and warm. But guys, we're going to put this fire out, and I'm going to show you how it can make me a bowl or a cup with this. Alright, so we have our aluminum foil. We're going to unfurl it. I did put a significant amount of aluminum foil. So you can see I've got a lot of aluminum foil. Now, if you can find this heavy duty, I would use that. Now, for me, for my purposes, I'm going to actually have this half over folded. Now, if I want a bowl, the easiest way to do is to dig a hole, a small one in the ground, and then I just have to form this into a bowl on the ground. Now, you could also fold this in, fold this in, fold this in, and fold this in, bam, a bowl. In not that much time, and that's probably enough bowl right there for a nice significant drink if you wanted it. Now, if you're not a bowl person, or maybe for some reason you need a cup, instead of folding it like you just saw me do, you could actually just take your fist and you can form this around your fist, and you've got again a significant sized container for water. Like here, I'll show you. I'll fill this with water to show you just how much it holds. So cool. There. That's how much water this holds. This is probably, I don't know, 10 to 16 ounces of water, and it's holding. I'm not doing anything extra with it. But you can plainly see, I'm going to pour it out this front part because it's a nice convenient little spout. If I boil that using my fire, I have a nice, long, significant drink. And if I don't put a huge fire on this, if I use coals, which you should use with this, but coals are a very good way to cook things and a very good way to boil things. Coals are a smooth, consistent heat, not like flames, where flames will come up, and then as they get weaker and weaker, they get farther and farther away from the thing you're wanting them to heat up. And it's not like coals. Coals, you can set it on there gently, and it will gently warm everything up with a smooth, consistent heat. That's why when you see people barbecuing, they're not barbecuing with flames, they're barbecuing with coals, usually charcoal. But guys, there's a good demonstration of that. Now, if you want to see what's in this, comment down in the comment section below, because its current configuration is not super well thought out. I'm going to fix it, possibly on camera, if you all are interested. Just put it down in the comment section, or if somebody comments, like their comment. If it gets enough likes, I'll do that video. Make sure if you get a flashlight that it has a battery in it, and a good brand of battery that's not going to corrode. Whistle is a whistle. No extra needed. But this temperature thing is useful so that you can see, okay, it is almost 95 in the sun. I definitely need to keep to the shade and work in the evening, or if I've got a fire going, in the nighttime. A knife, make sure your knife is functional, it is clean, not rusty in any way. Make sure it's reasonably sharp. This one's reasonable, but I could touch it up some more to make it really good. Cordage is always a great thing. This is far better than ribbon, far better than almost anything. There is 7 strands inside of this and this, so that you can break this down into more fishing line, into more useful things for you to work with. This bracelet is very good and very useful. Of course, you already seen us get a fire easily with that fire steel. It's got the whistle. Compass is not worth using. Don't do it. And you can, of course, use the, if I can ever get it back together, you can, of course, wear this on your wrist, and it's not a big deal to have with you. You have a nice amount of cord, and you have this clasp to keep it easily on your wrist. And I have big wrist, and I can put this on. Cool. Guys, you can see it fits around my wrist. It's plenty. It's snug, but I don't feel like I'm losing, circulation. I can work with this. My hands are free. I can put this to my lips if I wish to use it for the purpose it's made for. Our emergency blanket. You can use this for 2 purposes. You can either put this behind you as a reflector for your fire, or you can use this kind of like a big blanket, and you can put it around yourself and really shield that fire into you. But these are hyper thin. They don't last well. They get poked by sticks and everything else you can possibly name. This is definitely for emergencies only. This is not the best thing, but for a small kit like fits in this, it's perfect. Of course, two is better than 1. It's good to have a lighter. It's easy. You just light it and go. But guys, that's all there is to the insides of this. So I'm going to bring you back up to me, and we'll get a summation of this video. Alright guys, so you've seen the entirety of the kit. You've seen me use what I have there. You've seen my thought process on what I'm thinking when I'm putting a kit together. That I had a way to get food in my fishing kit. I had a way to boil water in my aluminum foil, and my various ways of getting fire. I had a way to signal somebody in my flashlight, and I can still use this as a reflective thing. And of course, I have a good knife to work with. I have something to either put over me or put behind me in order to have warmth reflected upon me. And I have plenty of cordage in both of these items. For some reason, I showed you down there. I forgot you were up here looking at me. But guys, that's all there is to this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification. Gonna say it twice, subscribe. If you've made it this far into the video, just do it. Subscribe. We're pushing for 1,000 subscribers. You should be one of our community. But guys, that's all there is. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the woods or on the water.